Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Can you believe it's day 7 already to Salute to SaleABration? So I am happy to bring you another video on YouTube and hope that you have enjoyed these 7 days of stamping. The SaleABration catalog is in effect until February 28th. So you still have a few days left to go ahead and contact me or order online if you're interested in earning some of these free products. So there's one special bundle in the SaleABration catalog that I haven't used, and I'm going to use it today. It's called Berry Blessings. It comes in a bundle with a stamp set and designer series paper. So this is a $100 item, meaning if you place a $100 order, you can pick this as your freebie. It's shown on page 14 of your catalog. It shows the paper, which is gorgeous, but doesn't show that well in the catalog, to be honest, so I'm going to show you the pieces. And the stamp set, which is 13 stamps. This is a 2-step stamp, photopolymer. Amazing. So we're going to use this today in kind of a different way. I'm going to make my own designer series paper. And you're thinking, why would you do that, Trevis, when you have this gorgeous pack of paper? Well, sometimes you don't have the gorgeous pack of paper. Sometimes you just have the stamp set and you want to make your own designer series paper, and you can certainly do that. Okay, so let's get started today. I am going to mention that since today is the last day of our SaleABration extravaganza, I'm going to be doing a drawing tomorrow. And what that is someone who shared my videos, okay, so you can share all 7 if you want, commented in the comment section that you did share it, will get an entry. So if you share all 7, you get 7 entries, and you're going to win a special prize, random drawing tomorrow. So I will show you at the end of the video what the prize is. I figure I don't want it to be that big of a surprise. So let's get started today, okay? All right, so the cardstock that I'm going to use today as our base is Pacific Point. Different than my normal white or pale color, I'm going to use Pacific Point. This is 11 by 4 1/4, so you can still get 2 pieces out of a piece of cardstock. Okay, I'm going to fold this in half and have that ready to go. Okay, so it's going to open like this. I call this portrait. All right, now what designer series? I do want to use some of the designer series paper because it's so gorgeous. So this is Berry Blessings. This is the stamp set that I've just been talking about. Has all of these stamps, has 3 sayings. It has 2-step stamps in it, which you don't need to use them as 2 steps. You can just use the outline and color them in. Remember yesterday. And this is the designer series paper. Okay, so this one is so gorgeous, but look at this side. Too cute. I'm going to use that today. Then we have the strawberries. And the other side, Poppy Parade. Some more strawberries and blueberries and raspberries. Green plaid, garden green plaid. Hello. This is a little subtle. I like this. Just leaves. Look at this side. Kind of looks old-fashioned to me. Then we have raspberries. And, ooh, gorgeous. Then we have some more strawberries. These look like they're still on the vines. And some more Poppy Parade. These kind of look like little raindrops. Okay, so those are the 12 different choices. You would get, you actually would get 12 sheets, 2 sheets of each, and then you would have to decide from there which side to use. Okay, that's the hardest part. Okay, so that's called Berry Delightful Designer Series Paper. All right, and again, that's a full pack. You get 12 sheets, so that's $11.50 value right there. Then you get the stamp set. Okay, a lot of people just wanting to buy the paper. You can't purchase the paper by itself. You can't purchase the stamp set by itself. It's only a bundle for free. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock And I'm going to make my own designer series paper. So to do this, I've got to mount several stamps. And I am going to use this one. Yes, I'm going to use this side. I'm going to use this and the outside stamp. Okay, so first I'm going to use that first. I'm going to use Garden Green. And I'm going to stamp this image. Oh, I love it. On my paper. I don't want to do too many. This is a big stamp. And this isn't that big of a piece of paper. Okay. So I'm going to clean that. So when you clean your stamps, I just use my chamois. If you have a Stampin' scrub, that's great. Just put some mist on it. Stamp off. Okay. So take all that ink off your stamp as much as you can. And then take it to your chamois. So no need to take all that ink back to your chamois. Okay, I'm going to take this stamp off. And now I'm going to use the two-step. And I'm going to stamp this in the ink, same ink. But now I'm going to stamp it off once. And I'm going to stamp it. I always do the outline first. To me, it's easier to line up. Stamp off. Stamp off. Okay. Take that ink off and clean your stamp. I'm a big advocate of cleaning your stamps as you go. A lot of people don't, but for me, I have to do it that way. Okay, the next stamp I'm going to use is I'm going to use the Blueberries. And then for this stamp, I'm going to close my green and I'm going to use Pacific Point. So I'm going to stamp those there and there. Okay, liking it. Stamp off, clean. Oh, this is such a cute stamp set. I mean, the artists at Stampin' Up! Are amazing. In fact, they just showed us a video of how, they make some of their paper and where they get their inspiration from. And it's funny. They look at people's clothes. I think that's hysterical. Oh, look how easy that is to stamp with. If you do the outside first, so much easier to line up. Not that it has to be perfect. But, I mean, you want it to be somewhat close. Okay. Clean that. Ooh, got a lot of ink on that. That's where the chamois is so nice. You just pick it up and work with it. Then when it's full of ink, just take it to the sink and rinse, rinse, rinse. Squeeze it out and it's clean. Okay, so we're done with that. So we don't have a strawberry, but we do have, I guess these are raspberries. So I'm going to do Blackberry Bliss. Blackberry Bliss, yeah. And I'm going to do the outside first. And there's a stem. Oh, I got ink all over me. Trevis. Hey, I look like I've been stamping. There is a stem for these, so I want to leave a little room for the stem. And I think I'll do one more down here. Okay. Clean that. I'm going to have to... Good thing about this is water-based ink, so it comes off pretty easy. Okay, easy to line up. So cute. See, if they don't line them up perfectly, so be it. Because you know what? Berries aren't perfect. Pick berries. You know, some of the berries are not perfect. Okay, now we're going to do the stems. So I'm going to put this back on here. Actually, I'm going to use this little one. Sometimes it's okay to use a big block, but sometimes you get the block in the ink, and then if you shake a little bit, then you end up with extra ink from the block on your project, and that's not good. So sometimes it's good to use a smaller block. We talked about our blocks before, how awesome they are, right? And that is for sure. Okay, looking good. Okay, and now I'm going to use the inside. So I'm going to stamp off and do the fill in. Stamp off. Tell a funny story. My funny story is this. My first experience stamping back in 2000 when I signed up to be a demonstrator. I went to an event. My upline had an event. I went to her event, and the stamp set that we used was grapes. And I was so excited. So we all got in a row and got ready to stamp, and everybody was making their grapes. And there was green and, I don't remember if it was it might have been garden green actually. Green and purple. And you were supposed to do purple grapes and green leaves. And I came along and I did green grapes. And I was freaked out because, you know, I didn't want to look like a dummy that I didn't know what color I was using. But my upline was so cool. She said, there are green grapes and go with it. And so I did, and was really happy with my project when it was done. I was the only one that had a different look to mine. So that's cool. Okay, so I'm thinking I need a little fill-in with something. And I'm looking at the stamps, and I'm thinking I might need to do a few more of these because it looks kind of spaced out. And I don't know how that's going to work with my project that I'm doing today. So I'm going to, not that color, I'm going to use garden green. And I'm going to fill in a little more. I like that better. Okay. Now I just have to fill in with the green. Thank you for bearing with me. As I said, I didn't really have this card totally mapped out. I mean, obviously I had the sketch. I did a sketch and I knew what I want the card to look like. Obviously have a lot of product on my table, ready to go. But I didn't have an actual card made. Just had my little sketch. This is my sketch. Kind of funny. That's how I do it sometimes if I want to just get creative. I got an idea. Let's make some, let's see, would those be, I don't know. I'm going to use some Poppy Parade. And I'm going to do, because I think it needs another color, to be honest. Yep. I think so. I think it needs a little fill in, so I'm going to do that. What do you think? I like it. Okay. So I just need to fill those in. Stamp off. Oops. Cool. And I do think this could be a long video, right? I do think those need a stem. Ah, sorry. I need to scare you. Actually, only one of them needs a stem. It's the only one that's showing. Okay, I like that better now. I needed that Poppy Parade. I needed that fill. Golly, I hope I don't get this any of this ink on my card. You know what I do? I tell people sometimes, go wash your hands. I think Travis needs to go wash your hands. Okay, now, one last thing while I have my stamps and my ink out. Okay, so that's done. Now, I have this little piece of cardstock here, and I want to do a saying, and I want to do this saying because of all the berries and everything cute on here. I want to do, and I'm going to do it in black. So I'm going to use Memento ink. I just want to say, wish, ooh, that blobbed up. Hang on a second. I need to do the other side. Clean that off a little bit. Kind of blobbed up for some reason. Yeah, I think that'll be better. I think I just took it to the pad too hard. Okay, I'll have to use the other side if this doesn't work. Better! Yay! Okay, and then my last thing I want to do is I do want to put some of these blueberries on here. So I'm going to use my Pacific Point. So this is for later. This is for the front of the card. I'm going to do one more right there. Okay. And then I'm going to clean my stamp. Two-step stamp. There. And there. That almost went flying in the ink pad. Okay. Looking good. Because I think the designer series paper is pretty busy, and the this piece with the saying on it isn't quite as busy. So I think I can get away with just kind of a white. Alrighty, we're done stamping. Now comes some of the fun part. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, I folded my card in half. And now what I want to do is I want to take my paper cutter and I want to cut this piece. Let's see. I wanted to score that. I want to cut this piece at, oh, there's a little piece of cardstock. So I'm going to take my paper cutter and I want to use the blade, not the scoring blade. Okay. And I want to score this at 7 1/4. Okay. I'm going to cut it at 7 1/4. Okay. So now my card is like that. You're thinking, Trevis, that looks crazy. Okay. And then I want to do another piece at 1 3/4. Oops. Okay. So I have that. Okay. Then what I want to do is take my designer series paper and I want to do just under 1 3/4. I want to do about there. So this will mount on here like that. And then I'm going to do another, hope this works, 1 3/4. And this will mount up here like that. Okay. So, and I got a little piece for later. I can even put that, well, I don't know. I'll use it later for something. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, use my seal. I'm going to attach this here. And then I'm going to attach this here. Okay. And now you're thinking, well, what good is that? Okay. Because I have a piece of window sheet. And what I want to do with this is I'm just going to put some adhesive on here and some adhesive on here. And I'm going to lay my window sheet inside, about right there. Okay. And then I'm going to lay this down here at the bottom, like that. Okay. So now what I have is, I have window sheet in between, just like that. Then I have another piece of cardstock. And I'm just going to attach that right here. And then remember this piece? I'm going to attach that. Oh, you know what? That's going to show. No, it won't show through. That's cool. I was thinking that would show through in the back. But it won't. Good. There. Oops. I want to make sure it's lined up just right. Okay. Cute, huh? And then I'm going to put this, and this is that designer series paper that I said I loved. I'm going to put this on the inside. And the cool part about this is that's going to show through. All right. So there is that technique. And you wouldn't have to have the window sheets. This would actually hold this piece on. But I like the window sheet there. It makes it feel more substantial. Okay. Now I have these Opal Rounds. And these are actually sold in the mini catalog. And they're sold with the seashell product, which I love. And I got the whole suite. But I'm thinking, it doesn't have to be just for seashells, does it? And then I'm going to put this up just a little bit. And I'm going to push this off. And I'm going to put some of these on here. So there's two sizes. There's all these small ones and then all the big ones. So I'm going to do two of the small ones and one of the big ones. And this is how I do this, guys. I cut the top off. I make like a little pulley thing. And then I never have to keep opening this. I just, like that. Does that make sense? So much easier. Okay, there is card 7. So easy. And I love it. So you can make your own designer series paper. But somebody is going to win their designer series paper and the stamp set. So this is the prize for somebody. This is a $100 bundle. This is brand new, never been opened. This is brand new, never been used. Okay, so go ahead, share, comment that you shared, get your entries in before Friday evening, and you will be entered to win this. And it will be in the mail to you if you're the winner. Okay, so hope you enjoyed Salute to SaleABration. I certainly enjoyed getting creative with you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.